Good morning, YouTube. Um, this is Jessica Vega. I made a video approximately 2 days ago having like an emotional breakdown, and I wanted to do the contrast of this video and upload them both together so you don't have to wait the 2-day process and be bored and forget about me and stuff like that. So that's the purpose of me doing it today. I know I explained in my last video that I was going through like basically like an emotional breakdown. Sometimes in life, I feel like we get caught up in the realm of like thinking what we want is what we've been taught, what we see in the world, and that's not necessarily true at all, to say the least. Where do I begin? There's just so much to talk about, but I don't want to overwhelm your thoughts and things like that. So let me just slow down. From what I remember of my video, I was very emotional, and actually what I'm going to do is, as of right now, I'm going to go back and watch it and get like my honest thoughts and opinions of it and see where my mindset is now that I have more clarity, and basically show my emotions reflecting that video. And then we're going to progress from there. We all are interconnected. That's a fact. We all have been deceived and lied to at least once in our life. And a lot of the things that are happening in the world today is solely because of when we were children. It was natural for us to trust, because when you're a baby, you have to be like held and nurtured and fed. You are defenseless. So if you made it this far, congratulations. Someone gave at least that much of a fuck for you to stay alive. And these days, that's a big deal. And so I'm going to go and watch that video real quick and see what type of crazy I see, what type of mood swings I see, and explain it a little further on what I was trying to say. Because sometimes, you know, when a person's really upset and they're crying and you can't even hear them, yeah, that happens. So let me go back. I'm going to watch it and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, and I got a little chilly. It's a little cold in my apartment, but anyway, so that emotional girl is, from what I was viewing, just someone very hurt, someone very vulnerable and not scared, because that's exactly who I am. I'm a type of person that I can say I'm very vulnerable. I wear my heart literally on my face, not on my sleeve, not on my shoulder. That's like who I am. Hi, here's my heart. Put it in a blender. I don't give a fuck. 'Cause that's how I feel like I've basically lived my life. Like, here I am. Do you accept me? Oh, no? Okay, well, you know, I'm a little broken, but no big deal. I'll repair myself. My own parents, you know, they did a number on me mentally and physically. So, you know, what else would you do? I mean, like riding a bike, when you fall, you got to get back up. Like a baby, when he walks, he has to fall to know, okay, that was a mistake, but I'm gonna get back up. So the world and the universe really does, in my experiences, have so much like metaphors, so much meaning. It's just a matter of choice of what you allow in here, out of here, in here also, because food is a big deal. not only the words and things that you regurgitate, but the things that you put inside of you literally is like crucial to everything. I started eating more like real foods, probably moving out here. In my first video, you could see that my skin is pretty not in the best shape. But I put a little makeup on, and just with like these 2 days, I can physically see a change, like in my appearance, and like you see it, and whatever you want to call our creator, God, whatever, he made us in such a perfect way where all these like tools and creations that humans have made, and over the years, how many ever years we've been already on this world roaming in circles just trying to figure ourselves out. I feel like that's another thing I want to express. I don't know if y'all can relate to me, but I'll be talking, and I don't know if it's because of the drug use. It probably is. I'm not a scientist or obviously a doctor or anything, but I get like blanked. I'll be talking about something and I'm like so into it, and then all of a sudden I'll be like, what was I talking about? So those are things that hopefully with time it does heal itself. It doesn't happen that often. It happens like honestly once a day. I'll be real in depth in a conversation and I'll be like, it was so interesting. What was I talking about? But what gets me upset is that I'll ask the person, and like the only person that can respond to me like clearly and tell me what I was talking about is like the people that I can trust, and that like obviously we do take for granted and stuff when we hurt. So at times when we want them to listen to us, we're like, well, why aren't you listening to me? Because you have taken me for granted for times, so they carry that in their heart. So it's just, life is a big learning experience. It's an experience, because if it was up to me, I'm not gonna lie, I would destroy myself a long time ago if I was the person that the world like basically created me as, because I was very obedient to society. I got on drugs to help me lose weight because I wanted to lose weight fast, and I wanted to be that accepted, sexual, like whatever, that everyone accepted me and wanted me and stuff, and I don't want everybody to want me. I don't like being touched. I love like being like myself and like flamboyant and like showing cleavage and things like that, but not because I want attention from anybody. I do it because it's my body. It's normal. But I'm not showing it in a way to lure a person in and be like, ooh, look at me. Have you ever, seen a hole like this? Like, when I see stuff like that, it kills me. Like, you only can make like so many sexy poses, right? So it's like, what else do you have to offer, girl? I am overweight. I love food. I love love, to be honest. But yeah, that's gonna come with time. I mean, the when you're in alignment with your true self, I feel like you have everything you are looking for, but you have to find it. It has to unravel with your approval. I feel like that's what brought me to where I am right now, is that I allowed myself to feel. I allowed myself to take the proper process to like think these things through rationally, because I'm not gonna lie, when I had all this like when this breakdown occurred, I was very, 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 very mad, but at the same time I wanted my boyfriend to understand me, and I feel like he didn't, but it's because I wasn't expressing like my thoughts and my emotions. And so when reality was in place, but I wasn't feeling good inside because my son isn't here right now, because, you know, I'm not where I want to be necessarily at this point, just a lot of things. And I'm actually still currently taking 1/4 milligram, if not less, of Suboxone a day to try to get off. That's been a battle of mine also for years. And like I said, I did create a video trying to use over-the-counter remedies to get off. But now that I'm older and wiser, I know that a lot of those medications in excess are not good for you. So if you're somebody that's only, you know, that has the mindset of I want to get off and I want an alternative to get off, that's one step of it. But the next step is staying off. So you have to change, like how they say in the 12 steps and everything. So many of those, oh my God, those things bring memories, rehab and all that stuff. Jesus Christ. Like, you know, like change people, places and things. But how many times can I move around? Like, I don't want to move all over the world just because I keep, you know, making mistakes. Because like one of my good friends told me before, I used to love her, and I mean I still love her. God, I didn't mean to say that. I mean, I used to live with her, and she is such a beautiful woman. Her name is Terry Jessie, and she told me, wherever you go, you got to take yourself with you. So we have to start with ourselves. We have to start with the root. We have to have a solid foundation. Without a foundation, it's just gonna fall. It's just gonna deteriorate. It's gonna fail. So just know, you may have wants, you may have dreams, you may have visions, but you have to be realistic. That's why we have a body. That's why we have a reality. That's why like everything has a time and a place, but it's in here that directs us. So if this is clear, then everything else will follow. And that's just the most important part, is being true to this. You have to be guided by this. I follow a YouTuber that has helped me in my darkest moments, and I feel her. She's so powerful in the way she looks at you, and she's so goofy, and her name is Teal Swan. Teal Swan to me is somebody that just basically is a mirror for you. She doesn't, in like how marketing tactics are, she's not like, you know, so does that make you feel pretty? Like, no, she doesn't belittle you. She doesn't try to convince you of who you are. What she asks you is just to talk and to open up. And she opens people up in a way with so much patience and kindness and love, because I feel her past story. She's been through a lot of trauma. She lived a hell for a long time, and I'm so relatable to her in a different storyline. But you know, it was a very, 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 very confusing and difficult time to grow up with your two ultimate guides being your parents, and them not guiding you in a manner of love, but in a manner of what is best for them. Like, I don't want to necessarily in this video, but in my next video, I can talk about like my actual traumas with my parents. We can start from the beginning. I'm comfortable talking about it. I just don't want to like confuse you and get your mind to, oh, she's talking about this because of whatever. Like, no, I want to be as raw and uncut and